Planet Vero Studio is powered by the Nolan Group of eXp Realty. MyNextHomeFinder.com.
Treasure Coast Connector. Connecting residents and businesses of the Treasure Coast. And here's your host, Ellen Contreras.
Well, welcome to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras. My company by the same name is one of the show's sponsors, and we help business owners to promote their products and services in the marketplace. And we do that through websites, social media, lead generation campaigns, video production, content generation. All the information is on the website. You can check it out by going to www.tcconnector.com or call 772-925-4557. Treasure Coast Connector, the show, puts a spotlight on local business owners. Everyone has an interesting story of why they do what they do, and we want to learn about that because when we do business locally, it strengthens the local economy. Well, Americans, we appreciate the freedoms that we have because all the branches of our military work so diligently to protect us. They sacrifice so much to keep us safe. And when they transition back to civilian life, sometimes it's not always that easy. And thankfully, there are a lot of organizations out there to help. Joining me in the studio today is Michelle Dale, and she is the president of the Indian River County chapter of American Gold Star Mothers. And she's here to talk about the organization and what they do to help active military members, veterans, and their families. So welcome to the show, Michelle.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy to have you here. We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to talk about this amazing annual event that you have and other things. But before we get into that, I would like for people to understand why you are an American Gold Star Mother and what an American Gold Star Mother is.
Okay. I am an American Gold Star Mother because I opted to join the group. I am a Gold Star Mother because my son, Army Corporal Dale J. Kudlow, was killed in action in Afghanistan in November of 2010. The American Gold Star Mothers itself is a group that you really don't want to ever join.
Right.
However, it is an organization that helps moms who are suffering the loss of their son or daughter to open up and to help veterans in their causes. And by doing this, we end up helping each other.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there are chapters all over the United States.
There are chapters all over the United States. Some areas have not that many moms, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
And so they have various counties within their one chapter. Or you might be able to have a chapter of your own. Mm-hmm. When I started, as I decided to join the group, I was in touch with a woman who actually is a past national president.
Mm-hmm.
And I found her, believe it or not. I Googled it because the way I decided to do this, I was invited to be part of the Indian River Veterans Council.
Yeah, okay. Mm-hmm.
As an honorary member.
Mm-hmm.
And a good friend of mine happened to be the president at that time, and he approached me and he said, now that I'm an honorary member, he wanted me to start a chapter in Indian River County. And
Mm-hmm.
I thought, okay, that means I have to find out about it, because in the beginning I had not joined it.
Sure.
I thought I could handle things on my own.
Mm-hmm.
So when I Googled this, I found this woman's name,
Mm-hmm.
and I called her, and we met and we talked, and I found out that you have to have 5 moms in your area in order to start a chapter in your county, which I did not. So I joined her group, which happened to be the Treasure Coast chapter.
Okay.
And I was a member of that for quite a few years, and then we broke off, and I became Indian River County and Port St. Lucie.
Mm.
And we were that for a while. And then, to unfortunate circumstances, I guess you could say, there were 5 moms in the Indian River County area who wanted to be part of a chapter, actually four. One is from Palm Bay, and she wanted to be part of our chapter also.
Okay.
So we had five, and then we got together and we started the Indian River County chapter.
Okay.
We started that. We were chartered in February of 2019, and I took the effort of getting us a 501c3 during 2020 when so many things were shut down.
Yeah.
And now we are the American Gold Star Mothers of Indian River County, Inc.
Okay, very good. And the mission of American Gold Star Mothers?
The mission of American Gold Star Mothers is to help our veterans and their causes and to support each other with our loss. And sometimes that sounds okay. We should be doing that because we lost a son or a daughter who was part of the military. But I think a lot of moms who lose their children who are not part of the organization don't understand that when you're helping a veteran and helping with their causes, you're helping yourself heal.
Yeah.
And that's a big part of supporting each other because you're out there and you're not thinking about the healing that you're getting while you're helping other organizations like veterans. And there's very many organizations where you can help the veterans.
Oh, absolutely. And we're going to get to that also. And then, so during my intro, I mentioned that transitioning back to civilian life isn't always easy for some people. And so what are some of there's like a big issue that is near and dear to your heart, but what are some of the things that they deal with and how are you helping locally, your chapter?
Okay, what we do here, our primary function is to help our veterans who are struggling with PTSD. Because you understand that when you go into the military, whatever branch you are trained to do, whatever the job happens to be, and then when it's time to have that training complete, you do your job. When you served and now you're out, where do you go? You may not have a job. You may have PTSD. You may have a disability. And, there's numerous problems that you can encounter. In Indian River County, through my knowledge with the Veterans Council, I've been exposed to the next generation veterans who are 1990 forward. Most of them are my son's age, and I love them like my son.
Well, they call you mom. I heard somebody, you actually, I think it was you.
Yes, they actually call me mom, and I love that. I mean, some of them are a little bit older to be calling me mom, but I let them get away with it. But they need help. They need to know somebody is behind them. I'm also associated with Dogs for Life.
Okay. Yeah.
And I became associated with Dogs for Life because I thought I could learn and take training on how to train a dog to help a veteran until I took the training and thought, oh gosh, this is really hard. And so I just decided to volunteer for Dogs for Life.
Okay.
But because of volunteering there, I learned about the disabilities that so many of our veterans have and how they can get an animal to help them. So I was working with Dogs for Life. I was working with next generation veterans and part of the Veterans Council. And we knew there was a problem with PTSD. And because I was a member of American Gold Star Mothers National, we always receive magazines from our national president every quarter.
Okay.
And the year that I formed the group, it was February, and I happened to open up the magazine, and there's always a page from the president who, gives you what she's doing and what you can do.
Yeah. And
the last paragraph was, if you're a new chapter and you want to do something for our veterans, start a walkathon for military veteran suicide awareness. And I thought, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
I had absolutely no idea how hard it was going to be, but I learned the need and how important it is to do something like this.
Yeah.
Because our veterans are out there, and there are 22 a day who die by suicide.
So I was just going to ask to make sure in the first half that you explain that the 22 a day is should never happen, and you're working on lowering that number So again, can you repeat that again? The 22 a day?
There's 22 a day who die by suicide. And that's unacceptable.
The country?
This is throughout the country.
Okay.
Yeah, so you think about that when you're talking 22 a day. It's all the time, around the clock.
Every day. So they're leaving behind family and friends. It just, the community of people that are grieving just keeps growing. So that really has to stop.
Exactly. I mean, I lost my son. He was killed in action. And to be a Gold Star mom, you do not have to have someone die in action. They can die while in service. You're a Gold Star mom if your son or daughter is missing in action or POW.
Okay.
And also by part of the service, which now is suicide. So there are Gold Star moms who lost their babies by suicide. But back to what I referenced to my son Dale. He died in combat. I was notified that he died, which is tragic, and
you never
just
prepare for that.
No, and it's something that you don't even know how you got through it, but you did. But in my own mind, I can't imagine having him come home and got to be with him, hug him, love him, and then see him struggle and die by suicide. I can't even wrap my head around what that mom feels, how she even copes. And to me, that's my part in helping. Yeah. The veterans need the help because they're struggling. And I've heard just recently veterans who are way up in command sergeant majors and listening to him talk about his own struggles and how he reacted to having lost one of his men and how he dealt with it, and then another and how he dealt with it. And he kept on, and another, and then what he did to try to help him with his struggles, couldn't do it anymore. And it was just like, I was in tears because I was listening to their story and their struggle. And it's a real problem. Well,
you know what we're going to do, because Cindy is prompting us to take a break. And this is actually a perfect time because we're going to now talk about the event coming up. So stay tuned, because Michelle Dale, Indian River County Gold Star mother, she has a lot more to say. Stay tuned.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. We're having a fall sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street, and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
At Compass Pest Control, we focus on killing pests where they live and breed by terminating them outside your home or office before they can get in. Hi, I'm Chris Hudman, co-owner of Compass Pest Control. We prevent roaches, ants, and other pests from getting inside with a proactive approach. We don't stop there. We also offer lawn and plant health programs. And we'll never sell you something you don't need. At Compass Pest Control, our prices are competitive, your satisfaction is guaranteed. Get a free estimate. Visit CompassPests.com.
Don Baker, a blind young man, moved into his own apartment against the wishes of his overprotective mother. Jill Tanner, the free-thinking woman next door, takes a liking to him and his spotless apartment. As they begin a closer relationship, Don's mother enters to help her son navigate his new life. Butterflies Are Free is a funny, touching, and emotional play about the risks that go with loving someone. Don't miss Butterflies Are Free, October 25th through November 13th at Riverside Theater. Get tickets at riversidetheater.com.
Welcome Welcome back to Treasure Coast Connector. I'm your host, Ellen Contreras, and I've been speaking with Michelle Dale. She is the president of the Indian River County chapter of American Gold Star Mothers, and we were talking about what it is to be an American Gold Star mother and all of the work that you're doing with other community members. And but before we go into the annual event, I wanted to ask you to say your website and your phone number in the first half. And I just got so caught up in your story. So let's share that.
Our website is ircgoldstarmoms.org. My email is my first four of Michelle, MICHDALE, ircgoldstarmoms@gmail.com. And my phone number is 570-885-2811.
Okay, very good. And so there are so many things that you're doing throughout the year with other organizations to help the veterans and their families. But there's one that you do as the IRC Gold Star Mothers chapter, and that is your annual walkathon coming up on November 6th. So can you share with us like all the details for everyone?
Yes, we are right now really doing our best to actively gain sponsors, looking for donations and walkers.
Okay.
So I'm doing all kind of network to promote this. There will be radio ads starting soon to promote this because it's something in which we truly believe we have to help our veterans who are struggling. This will be our 4th annual walkathon. The first one was very small. We the group that we have a committee, and it's not all Gold Star moms. We have one Gold Star mom who works actively with me. We have a wife of a next generation veteran. We have a gal from Marine Bank who helps us, Vanessa.
Yeah, let's not try to pronounce her last name.
Yeah.
Bartasuix, I think.
That could be close. It could be close.
Sorry,
yes.
Vanessa, if I mispronounced your name.
Me too, Vanessa.
But she does an amazing job
yes,
for you.
Yes, she does.
Yeah.
And then we have Amy Wagner, who's from Mental Health Association, who actively works with us. And our team is quite amazing. The first year, as I said, it was all by the seat of our pants, quite honestly, because
that happens
it's
the first year.
Yes, we could do this. And that year we raised $30,000, which
that's wonderful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we distributed that and we got the session started at Dogs for Life. Eventually, we started one also at Mental Health Association. So we've got actually 3 now at Dogs for Life and 1 at Mental Health Association. And they are amazing. They are helping our veterans. And this year in our walk package, we actually have testimonials from veterans who are attending, showing how we are helping them. In one instance, how we saved this person's life. Our second year, we did it virtually. Because we couldn't have a walkathon.
Yeah.
We had some groups walk in their neighborhood. We had veteran organizations walk together. But basically, it was all virtual. They would send either pictures or they'd call. And that year, we raised $42,000 that we distributed.
Wow.
Last year was our first walk at the Riverside. And third year, it's at the Grand Pavilion. We walk through Veterans Memorial Island Sanctuary, which makes it
beautiful.
Really
beautiful. I love that. It's one of my favorite parks on the Riverside.
Makes it profound. And we end up back at the Grand Pavilion where we do have ceremonies and raffles, all to raise money. But last year we had 387 walkers.
Wow.
And we were able to donate $66,000 last year to our causes.
Okay.
And we want to exceed that this year. And I know the economy is not such as it was. You know, there's so many things happening, but I'm hoping that whoever is listening to this or hears the radio ads or hears me anywhere, because I go everywhere. I'm networking everywhere.
All the time.
If somebody wants me to talk, I'm more than welcome to talk, because that's how important this is to me and to us, that we get our veterans who are struggling the help that they need. Because contrary to what you might think, you don't know who's struggling. You do not know who's struggling.
They
And
could
I've
look
been in
fine
groups
on the
where,
outside.
yes. And then I've been in groups where we're talking with people, and then all of a sudden it's like we find out that this person is really struggling.
Mhm.
And we try to guide them to our sessions at Dogs for Life and Mental Health Association. At Dogs for Life, we have 2 general population, and then we have 1 female only.
Mhm.
And they're hoping to have 1 for spouses and possibly family. At
Nice.
Mental Health Association, we have 1 general population.
Mhm.
But within these sessions, if there are veterans who are struggling and they need one-on-one help, we're able to provide one-on-one help through our donations to Dogs for Life for 3 times.
Okay.
If it goes beyond that, it can go to Mental Health Association where they will go further.
Okay.
We had 1 veteran who needed more than that, and we were able to get the information and the money together to help this veteran.
Mhm.
So it's ongoing, and we want to keep it going
Mhm.
because our veterans are struggling.
Yeah.
And it's not only younger veterans who attend this.
It's all
The
ages.
Vietnam veterans
Yeah.
are heavily part of it.
Wow. Okay. I'm looking at the time. I want to just make sure that people understand that you are looking for corporate sponsors.
Yes.
There's all different levels in which they can participate. And you're looking for individuals that sign up to walk, like my husband and I signed up to walk. But a company can sign up as a team if they want. So all of the information is on your website. So can
Yes.
you give that website information again?
It's ircgoldstarmoms.org.
Okay, very good. And then even after this event is over, your fundraising doesn't stop. So people can always just reach out and say, what is it that you need? And you'll be happy to let them know. And it could even be volunteering their time and such.
Exactly. Yes.
So we have about another minute. So what would you like to either add to or touch on?
What I would like to add on is there are some veterans especially who do not have computers and do not have checkbooks. And all they have to do is call me. I've done this before. Call me. I will meet you. We'll exchange the money. You pick up your shirt and they walk in the walk. And I've seen them and I've done this. And I'm open to any way you want to be part of us, be part of us, because it will happen.
That's wonderful. Yeah. And the day of the event, people can.
November 6th.
Yeah.
November 6th. Day of registration is at 9.
Okay.
And the walk starts at 10. But you can register online at any time and pick up your bags early at Marine Bank. And that would be the Friday before the walk.
Okay. Very good. So now it is a 2.2 mile walk. And sometimes people don't want to walk, that they don't have to walk the whole thing, but just showing up is really what it is that you're looking for.
And it's 2.2 in honor of the 22 who die a day by suicide.
Yeah. And Cindy mentioned during the break, it's almost 1 an hour.
Yes.
Just 24/7. So my goodness, I just cannot imagine. And yes, and then and people can call you, they can email you if they don't have, like you said, a check, or they can't go online to, register and sign up. So you'll work with them anyway. I just wanted to say thank you very much for being here. I thought this was information that just needed to get out. We were talking during the break, like I know Chuck Gerald and Ingrid Hernandez and Vanessa, and they're working tirelessly with you with all of this. And I think that's wonderful, this community support that we appreciate, not only in Vero Beach, but the Treasure Coast. Again, thank you very much for being here. And I hope to have you again in the future. And for those of you that are watching and listening, my name is Ellen Contreras, the host of Treasure Coast Connector. I hope that everyone has a safe, wonderful, productive week. And actually, we just went through Hurricane Ian, and I really feel for all of the people in Florida that were impacted from the Southwest straight across. And I just hope that everybody gets their lives put back together as quickly as possible. Until next week, I miss you already.